Candlepins for Cancer, live from Bowl-o-Rama in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. All season long, we will be hosting stepladder tournaments to raise money for bowlers and their families to help them against the costs of fighting this terrible disease. To donate or take part, go to candlepins4cancer.com as you see it on your screen. Today, Candlepins for Cancer is pleased to present the stars of our final stepladder match, Nate Lees and Jimbo Ayotte. And here with the call of this matchup, your host, Paul Grant.
Thank you, Greg Lunga, Bob Lee. Thank you, Greg Guya. Let's bring on Nate Lees. 366, 339 last round. You're in the money round for $2,000, $1,000 for the runner-up. I know you want the $2,000.
Yeah, I'd rather the 2,000.
I'm sure you would, right?
Yep.
Okay, we'll see how you do. So you've been bowling great all week. Lately, you're on a roll, on a tear in the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour playoffs last year. Very competitive in that. 682 earlier this week here, 4 days ago here at Bowl-o-Rama, and threw a very respectable 366 in the last round.
Yeah, I started to die off a little at the end, but overall, I feel like I've been throwing a good ball, consistent, hitting my spots. Just need to get comfortable. Once I'm comfortable, I'm good to go.
And now you got Jimbo Ayotte, who only threw a 703 at Lakeside Lanes in Manchester, New Hampshire. He was in the Pro Series Finals last night too, in April.
I know, it'll be a fun match. We always have fun when we bowl each other, so it'll be fun. We're bowling for a little extra on top of it, so it'll be a good match.
All right. Any amount you want to talk about?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
A little extra.
All right. Good luck, Nate Lees.
Thank you very much.
All right, number 2 seed. Let's bring the number 1 seed, Jimbo Ayotte.
All right, Jimbo.
Jimbo, you set the world on fire in Manchester, New Hampshire, Lakeside Lanes. 703 in that 5-string qualifier. Had a couple off nights, and you came back last night at the Pro Series Finals with Dave Godwin. Great run.
Yep, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun.
Now it's a whole new situation now. You go against Nate Lees, who had a 162 in the qualifying round. You're on to the final, chance to win $2,000. Your thoughts on today's match?
I don't really have much of a thought. Just hopefully I have a lot of fun and put up a good show.
Tell the viewers how you got started in Candlepin bowling way back when, and one of your favorite moments of your career.
Way back when I was 2 years old, my grandparents started bringing me to the lanes and doing the gold granny style bowling. And one of my favorite moments was about 6 years ago when I hit my first 200. My grandfather was the first person to shake my hand. And they got me into it. So
good luck today.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Jimbo Ayotte. Jimbo Ayotte, the number 1 seed, takes on number 2, Nate Lees. Jimbo's Ayotte in the qualifying round, 122, 134, 135, 159, and 153, 703. It's the championship match on Candlepins for Cancer from Portsmouth Bowl-o-Rama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Let's get away now in this championship round. I'd like to welcome us on WON in New York and its affiliates across the country, and on Candlepin Bowling Network. Please subscribe free on YouTube to Candlepin Bowling Network. Nate Lees will lead off first. That's number 2 seed. He's on lane 15. Crosses over the head pin. Has the 3, 7, and 10. Championship match underway from Bowl-o-Rama. Beautiful 22-lane facility. A lot of birthday parties. Pins fly here. Try to kick it over. Looks good. Just missed.
A little more to the left, and it would have had a chance to take out that 4-pin.
Wide right for Nate to start the match. 3-string total. Total pinfall wins. A tie is a 2-string format. For those on WON Network, Candlepin bowling, pretty much like 10-pin, but smaller balls. Obviously, up to 2.7 pounds, 2.8 pound pins. 3 balls instead of 2. Scoring's the same. Otherwise, you can play the wood, which is when the pin falls down the playing surface. You can play that wood like this here. Makes it very tricky and very fun and interesting as he has the 4 and the 8. We'll get back to Greg Guya in just a moment. And won't go. He's at the 4-pin. Missed opportunity.
Raised his hand because I'm not sure that was the piece of wood he was aiming for. Might have been going for the one on the left. Didn't like it out of his hand either way.
2 10s, 20 through 2, the first of 3. I'd like to thank some of our WON affiliates carrying our series on Candlepin Bowling Network. Brooklyn Free Speech HD, MNN BronxNet, Superior Community Media, Marblehead Community Media, and Saugus Cable Television Station. For the broadcasting schedule and station information on when and where to watch Candlepins for Cancer Bowling Series, please visit wonnewyork.net. wonnewyork.net. Jimbo Ayotte, the #1 seed, has the hay bale, the pack of 5, converted about 31% for Candlepin bowlers without wood. Stats provided by Candlepin Bowling Network. Spare to start the match. Bring in Greg Gouillard.
Thank you very much, Paul Grant. And the theme of this match so far seems to be the hot starts by the newcomers. Of course, Jimbo Ayotte only has this one match to shine and this one match to rack up some bonus money as well, which Corey Packard knows all too well. But it seems as though those coming out of the gate have just been generating a lot of power and a lot of angle on the head pin to start out.
Big 9, Phil. 19 through 1 up 11 already. Up against 18 start for Nate Lees. Both these bowlers very explosive. Wood coming out of play past that 10-foot line. And Al Johnson, who runs the charity, $16,000 in less than 2 years for Candlepin Bowling families. $1,000 today alone. Thereabouts. Every $1,000 supports a Candlepin Bowling member or their family member at home suffering from chemo, radiation treatment, out of work. Help cover some expenses. Puts a smile on the face. A great cause. And that won't count. It hit the wood in the channel, the gutter, they call it. Missed opportunity for 9. So that's 28 through 2, up 10, 28-18.
It's very subtle, but you might have seen Jimbo Ayotte waving that off. That's why it's the bowler's call in that situation. And in that case, if the pin, however subtly, hits that piece in the wood first before the pin. Exactly as you mentioned, Paul. No good.
Nate Lees trying to get his first mark on lane 16 on the right. Nate goes right, has the 1, 2, 4, and the 10. A piece of wood behind the 1 and 3 could help to get it to the 10 pin. Missed that pin. He got a 147 in the last round over Corey Packard. Corey Packard twice now made the ladder series the last 2 seasons. He leads a 10, 28 through 3, looking for his first mark. Kingston, New Hampshire, initially Revere, Mass. Used to work with him as a colleague in the old Radio Shack days. Nice ball there for a strike. It's 9. 10 pin shook up a little bit. It won't go.
Sit there, Wood. That's, I think, good if it sits there.
I used to love the refrigerator pig we used to sell with the 9-volt battery. Oinked every time you open the refrigerator door. One of the fun gadgets at Radio Shack. My favorite toy for Christmas. Oh, I got robbed by the wood that time. That's the strange thing about Candlepin bowling.
Stubbed into the cap, perhaps. If so, it's that end cap that really can stymie a lot of shots if you don't play it just so.
The high signal in Candlepin bowling has been done twice, 245. Nate leads a 10, 38 through 4. And Jimbo Ayotte up 10 coming in here, box to box on lane 16.
Strikes.
Jimbo, go ahead.
Strikes and spares are rare in this game, so getting those pins helps you stay the course.
In Candlepin, 0.9 strikes per string. Typical Pro Bowl averages 3 spares and 1 strike in a string. But Jimbo Ayotte put on a clinic in that qualifying round in Lakeside Lands, Manchester, New Hampshire, as he has the post. He had 16 spares and 9 strikes in that 5-string qualifying round. In the hole.
Now got to be careful on this third ball. It's very easy to punch through a pin if one isn't careful. Although punching through the 2-pin would probably sweep the wood, but it would still be not great.
Ayotte, an 8.
It did help.
36 through 3, up 8, box to box, up against a 10 for Nate Lees. Greg, talk about the qualifying rounds coming up for the next 2 series.
Yes, that's right. So we have 2 open, as we record this, we have 2 open ladders coming up. So if you're in the area, I think you've got what it takes. Log on to candlepins4cancer.com. We have an open step ladder for the next edition of this very tournament, as well as a ladies roll-off and step ladder as well.
Candlepins4cancer.com. If you can't bowl, please donate to the charity. Help support Candlepin bowling members. Candlepins4cancer.com. Any amount is well worth it, if it's $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Up to 1,000. Your generosity greatly appreciated. Jimbo, the 1, 2, 9, and 10 with wood, and he missed it to the right.
Just today, in fact, Al Johnson was able to help another family with more financial support that they'll need to be able to pay all sorts of varied expenses related to this terrible disease.
Ayotte 10. 46 through 4, 8 in the string. The first of 3 from Bowl-o-Rama at Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Beautiful place to visit. A lot of birthday parties. Book your birthday parties here at Portsmouth, Bowl-o-Rama, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And a great town to visit.
Yeah, Portsmouth's got a lovely downtown. We were noticing that. I like walkable places. Imagine being able to. I wish you could walk from the bowling alley to other things as well.
Beautiful place to go hang out in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Maine, a lot of places in Maine, bordering state, north. Nate Lees trying to get his first mark here of the match. On the head pin, but a 2-1 split, the 3-6 to the right, the 7 to the left.
Though, of course, ample parking and it's right off Route 1 bypass here at Bowl-o-Rama.
Trying to kick it over. Oh, what a shot! Wow! Spare!
Mercy, Nate!
Sometimes you miss easy shots, sometimes you make the difficult ones.
Welcome to Candlepin Bowl.
48 in the ball through 5.
Sorry, I sounded like Steve Bronchuk there for a moment. Talk about Candlepin Bowl.
On the spare field, right in the pocket for strike 9! Almost. He's at the 4-pin, good piece of wood to help.
Referencing the King of the Palace commentator. That's another great YouTube show that I hope comes back. Wants to... Oh, don't jinx it, Gregory.
57.5. Look for 2 spares in a row on lane 15. He hooked it, he missed it. Ooh. He is beside himself.
Sometimes
that is a rare miss for him like that.
I mean, it's a game of inches and a game of little degrees. Sometimes it just gets that little bit extra out of your hand.
That's like a fumble at the goal line, doing the dance. And missed opportunity. He knew it. 66 through 6. That crushes your spirit as a bowler sometimes.
It should be 67. He did get that 10 on the end.
Yeah, 67, make it the scoreboard is off, so 67 through 6.
Make sure we get every pin here. They might matter.
Oh, it's good to have that set of ears and eyes. Jimbo Ayotte on the head pin. No split, that's the 4-7. 2 pieces of wood. Had a spare 9 to start the match. He's got a second.
Good.
56 half plus 1.
The wood looked relatively straightforward, but there might have been a chance it might have all spun out, so had to play it in just the right spot.
The winner gets $2,000. The runner-up gets $1,000. Not a bad payday. Ayotte has a split. The 4 left, 6-10 the right. In a strange position that wood. He wants to move it over. Try to wave it, but dead in its tracks. 7 fill. 63 half. Up 6 right now on the string.
Is it legal? I guess so.
Yeah, it's still in play.
Not quite touching the deadwood line.
Trying to kick it over. Good try.
Look out!
Back. It goes! What a shot for a spare! Incredible! Wow!
Huge momentum swing.
73 in the ball through 6. He takes the lead by 6. Plus a ball.
It's a game of patience. It's a game of skill. The opportunities, well, earlier they were aplenty, but sometimes they're just few and far between. Got to make the most of them.
Nate Lees, half Worcester right, the 3 and the 9 rather. That's my least favorite shot, the half Worcester, Worcester, Massachusetts. I hate that shot. He only converted about 20%.
Pretty when it does.
1 in 5 shot, he makes it for a spare. Second spare of the string. 2 in the last 3 boxes. 77 the ball through 7. 7's a wild here in Portsmouth. On the field. Crosses over for a strike.
Oh,
Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
You were hit. 9 drop on the spare is significant. You know, it's like at the restaurant, you know, those old ketchup bottles. Once it starts flowing, it really goes. After a lot of effort.
86 through 7. For another one. Nails it.
Oh, that was the eye of the needle.
96 in the ball through 8 in the first of 3.
See, having to hit a cap first, it does amplify the difficulty of a single pin. Because it's like trying to hit I think it was Richie Myrick who noted, like, it's trying to hit a silver dollar at the other end of the alley.
Nate, second in a row, 3 out of 4. Every 3 marks in a row is $25 in bonus money. Everyone after succession, $25. $100 for a 400 game. Another 100 should get a 500 game. And 500 for a triple strike.
Shades of Paul Berger, I'm assuming. That was a viral video on the Wolfman channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Paul Berger 500 versus Dave Richards.
Jimbo
That's
73 in a ball. On the bonus. Breaks the split as the 3-6 spare leave.
just like this. That's required viewing.
81 through 6, right out by 14 box to box. Here in the first of 3. Championship match. Candlepins for Cancer. For bonus money, yes. Give him $25. 91 on the ball through 7.
You could also search Al Johnson Candlepin Bowling and find a few good videos. They're pretty decent.
Hey, Al Johnson has bragging rights to 10-string Candlepin bowling record, 1525 for 10 strings.
Oh yeah, that.
Ayotte at pin 8. That's the 4 and 7. 99 through 7 up 13 up against a spare.
We mentioned successive marks by 25, right?
Yes. For another one, he's got it. Add 25 more. $50 in bonus money. 109 the ball through 8.
Here we go. 7 marks in the past 8 boxes collectively between these bowlers. And we are on 120's pace for each.
A good pro average in Candlepin bowling is 120 or better. Nate Lee's head pin has a check mark. The 5 to the left, the 3, 6, 10 to the right on the bonus.
Just a little bit of a crossover.
102 through 8, box to box down 7. Off the wall, won't carry. Good try.
Just a little high out of his
Slams
hand.
his fist in the ball rack. Thought he had it. He wants that $2,000. Way left for a 9. Got to settle down. 111.
111, yep.
It says 112 on the scoreboard. They got to fix that. Robert Madero's fixing the scoreboard. 111 through 9 for Nate Lees. Use a mark here. There's a nice shot there. With a 2-1 split. The 4-7-10. So we can drive that wood over somehow.
Ooh, but it flattened against the plate edge.
That wood in front got in the way. The wood in the back may have helped, possibly.
It can be spun, but it's really difficult. He will have to play to one cap or another. Driving it straight back in the red line, although it would safely collect the pins, probably wouldn't be as effective.
This will be something. Good try, almost.
Yeah, that's how you play it on the left side. Not going this time.
Good string. 9. 120, first string for Nate Lees. With a 366 in the last round. Here in the finals.
Pro bowlers average in the 1-teens to 120s, so that's a very solid professional string in this game against these tiny toothpicks.
3 spares, 120.
That's right. Meanwhile, Ayotte filling on his 5th.
Missed wide left, but gets 6 as the 1, 8, 9, and 10. 3 pieces of wood.
115.
Right now it's a 13 the string, 115, 102. He's won the first string. It doesn't matter. There's no points, just total pinfall for 3 strings.
Though, $25 in bonus money for winning that string.
Oh, yep. He's got 75 right now as the 4 spare streak is over. 5 spares in the string and 10. 125 through 9. With a 14 box to box up against a 9.
In a game where even spares are rare, Ayotte putting on a great performance. We definitely got spoiled with the earlier episodes for sure, but this is great stuff.
So a pair of 169s won by Keith Beaufray in the first round, and only thrown back in his face in the second by Corey Packard with a 169.
There's that dreaded half Worcester. That's why Ayotte threw out the 2 fingers. They're not always right when they do that, but bowlers definitely do have a good sense.
I thought it was going to be a 2-point conversion.
Ooh!
Pulled it off.
The pin action is pretty when you get in there on the half Worcester.
He leaves up the 6 pin. 10 box will give him 135, first string, and a 15-pin lead. Very manageable deficit. And 9, 134, 120. Jimbo Ayotte leads the first of 3 in this championship match on Candlepins for Cancer on Candlepin Bowling Network and WON Network across the country. 134, 120. Back to Greg Gouillard.
We'll be right back with the second string. It's just a couple marks difference in just a moment. Hey, got a pretty good crowd watching on our streaming services here on Candlepin Bowling Network. Thanks so much. Hey, don't forget to like and share the video so that more people can see this final match. We've still got 2 thrilling strings to come. And, of course, please like, follow, and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube, Candlepin Bowling Network. Bob, you got anything to say?
Well, that was a game of different phases for Jimbo Ayotte. He was 3 for 11 out of the box, and then you saw he put those 4 spares together. He had 8 in a row during that phase, and ended up the string. Then having that half Worcester and that 9 and a 10 box. So it was 3 different phases there for him. But a 134, excellent job for Jimbo. A 14-pin lead.
All right, Deb Regan is going to talk about a golden opportunity to win $10,000 before we start our second string. Deb Regan.
Jesus. Hi. Again, I'm back. I'm just going to let you know that I'm doing a cornhole tournament on October 15th. And at that cornhole tournament, it's for the charity as well. All the money made for that will go to Candlepins for Cancer. And then we will be doing a bunch of raffles there. But my main raffle is I'm selling 200 tickets at $100 each to win $10,000 for the winner and $10,000 to the charity. Please come out and help, because we could all use your help. We have a lot of people that we know that are dealing with cancer, families. So, hey, do your thing. Get that job done.
How can they reach out to you, Deb, if they can't make it to that tournament?
We have a bunch of posts on Candlepin Chat, on my personal page, Deborah Regan. On all the posts, I put it up. It's on Exeter Lanes. It's on everything. It's on Leda Lanes. It's everywhere, because that's where it's going to be. At Leda Lanes on October 15th, guys.
Thanks, Deb Regan. Ready to start our second of 3 strings in Portsmouth, Bowl-o-Rama. Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Jimbo Ayotte will start the second string. Paul Grant, Greg Gouya, Bob Lee, Deb Regan with you here. Championship match. The winner gets $2,000. The runner-up gets $1,000. And a great lineup today. Keith Beaupre, a 457. Corey Packett, a 451. First 2 rounds. Jimbo Ayotte, 5 spares in that first string. 134, 120 up 14 coming in. And the head starts with the second with a head pin hit, but leads up to 610 on the right, the 4 to the left. 2 pieces of wood. Difficult shot for a spare here. Good effort. Strange how the 10-pin didn't go, but it got to the 4.
He got the hardest one.
That's the fun game about Candlepin Bowling, playing that wood. You never know what's going to happen sometimes. Jimbo at 10 to start the second. Jimbo from Lemster, L-E-M-P-S-T-E-R, Lemster, New Hampshire. Overall average of 119, career high for a season, 128. Has a high single, 205, which is awesome in Candlepin Bowling. High triple, 473, and a high 5 of 733. Had a 703 in the qualifying round to be the number 1 seed, which guarantees at least $1,000. He has a spread eagle. These only go about 1% for Candlepin Bowling Pro Bowlers without wood. Stats provided by Candlepin Bowling Network. Good effort. Got the 3 on the left. Try to do the same thing on the right.
We've seen some good bids on that spread eagle. Getting the pins here is significant.
His high 10, 1383. High 20, 2520. And 9 blocks out of that. 19 through 2.
9 is fine.
Nate Lee's missed that single pin with the wood. Down by 14 coming in. Has had some opportunities.
Pinning very close in this match, so if Nate Lees can even the marks up as well, this could be interesting down the stretch.
Nate averaging 117 to 119 in his leagues. High single of 189, high triple 464, and high 5 is 698. Lived in Revere, Mass, now in Kingston, New Hampshire these days. On the head pin, another split. The 610 on the right, the 7 on the left. So we can spin that wood over to the corner.
Split City.
Nice effort. Got the 2, but not the 7. 6 and 10 went. Another good effort. Another great bowler.
There were a couple pieces rolling right to left, but just couldn't get there to the corner.
a great ladder series lineup here. Keith Beaupre, John Winchell, Corey Packett, Nate Lees, and Jimbo Ayotte, 9. Down 1 in the string, 15 in the match, up against a 9 box. All the money raised today has supported another Candlepin bowling member suffering chemo radiation treatment. Over $16,000 raised in less than 2 years for the charity. A great accomplishment in a short time. And when the charity gets to full level in a couple more years, and more money given out to the families.
No, folks, our broadcast is not skipped. That is the exact same 6, 7, 10.
Got better wood this time. And he got a nice shot for a spare. 19 the ball through 2 here in the second of 3. Championship match.
Ah, he learned. What a great shot.
Tied in the string, but Nate on a spare can cut it into single digits. Down 14 coming in. Lost the first. 134, 120.
Not bad considering every single box so far has been a split in the second string.
Jimbo Ayotte, head pin. It's the half Worcester left, the 2 and the 8. A piece of wood to help.
The half Worcester pins indeed. The piece of wood is bridging them both. This will be interesting.
For a spare, no.
Ah, the cap.
Tough leave. I usually make that shot my first ball when I bowled.
It's easy when you're not trying to aim for it.
Jimbo to Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire, and Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Mass. Gets a 10. 29 through 3. Good pinning without a mark. These is 2.7 pound bowling balls. Grandparents got them involved growing up. Lots of accomplishments we'll talk about throughout the match. In the Pro Series finals last night, coming up short. Another half Worcester left, but it breaks up this time. Now it's the 8 pin, and a better chance here for a spare.
Serious case of deja vu almost.
Had 5 spares in that first string. No strikes yet. Had 9 in that qualifying round at Lakeside.
Strikes are rare. It's often a game of spares.
Average less than 1 per string. And look at this. You gotta be kidding me. Your best friend sometimes the wood, sometimes your worst nightmare.
Spin the gears. Unfortunately, they spun completely the wrong way.
And that Nate Lees is getting fired up for that now. It gives more momentum. 10 for Ayotte. Tough sledding there. 39 through 4 without a mark. That's pro bowling. Get your pins, get your points, and move on to the next. So Nate Lees tied in the string, but on a spare, down 14 in the match. Another mark away from a tie, virtually. On the spare, on the head pin, a check mark. The 5 to the left, the 3, 6, 10 to the right. 25 through 2, up 6 in the string. Down 8 in the match.
Not impossible.
For another one. Oh, so close on the object pin.
We've seen
with the kingpin left up.
We've seen a few of those where that extra pin just gets that little bit away, just that little bit off the angle.
Nate leads at 9. 34 through 3. Right now, 5 in the string. Down 9 in the match. Up against a 10. So a mark away from virtually taking the lead. Good ball, a perfect shot, a spread eagle plus the 9 pin. 9 to 3.
4 for 4 on the head pin.
Only 2. Leads up 5. And a tough 5 box. Yikes. 39 through 4. We're tied in the string. Jimbo Ayotte up 14 in the match. Switches over to lane 15.
Ayotte has lost 5 pins in his 9 open frames, including only 1 in his 4 open frames in this string. Effectively with that, the lead is back to 2 marks.
On the head pin, but look at this. 7-10 goal post in the middle is the 3 to the right, the 5 to the left. Second string of 3 here. Oh, what a shot almost! Right by the 7 pin. What a bid!
And that was a good idea to play it outside. Probably gives the 3 pin more chances to cut the 5 across. Unfortunately, the 7 pin seems to have a different opinion.
He did a balk because the wood started to roll, and by rule in Candlepin bowling, the wood must come to a complete stop. So does not count as a block like in baseball or a false start in football. No 5-yard penalty.
I was wondering for a moment if it was going to roll off the edge.
Sometimes you see shots like they go for spares, like 30 seconds later, a minute later. A 9.
Yeah, anytime the pin takes off at the edge of the plate, you never know.
48.5 without a mark. So doing really well, but needs to hit some marks to maintain his lead. He's up 14 right now, box to box, coming in. Nice ball there, 9. It turns around for a strike, yes! First strike of the match.
In fact, if I'm correct, these bowlers have been on the head pin first ball every single time. That's not a given in this game. No oil and no mercy, no problem. Oops.
He leads the 179. Jimbo Ayotte a 58 plus 2 through 6 here in the second of 3. Total pinfall wins $2,000.
I've got
$1,000.
such a big mouth.
Nice pin. Oh, right around the 9. Good try. Some great second offers.
You know that meme where it's like their car suddenly swerves off the freeway, like suddenly like, ooh, I could hit the pin, but how about something else
Like when
instead?
people are texting and driving?
Do not drive distracted, folks. Bad things happen, and that pin should have gone.
10 for Nate Lees, 49 through 5. He's up 1 in the string, down 13 in the match, but up against a strike here. And he goes left, that's the 1. The 1 goes away. Now it's the 9 and 10. He's got wood to help for a spare. In striking distance, a total.
I should probably let Jonathan Rios of WON Media do all the PSAs, but got that one in edgewise.
A spare to match the strike by Jimbo Ayotte. Nate Lees, 59 plus the ball, up 1 in the string, down 13 in the match.
One would expect a strike fill should be solid here, so it will probably maintain the 2 marks. Though sometimes the spare has outfilled the strike, many a time actually.
On the strike, looking for 2 in a row, but it's a 2-1 split.
Especially when nonsense like that happens.
7 left side, 2 pieces of wood, 6-10 on the right. 65 through 6, right now up 6. Nate's on a spare, it comes up next, and in the gutter. Some call it the channel. And 8 box that time. 73 through 7, the second of 3.
That 2-pinner got away there for Jimbo, but still very much in control of this match. 7 fill, all told 25 in the past 2 boxes.
Head pin, a perfect shot, a spread eagle.
Ayotte making the wings, you saw the body language.
3, 6, 10 on the right, 2, 4, 7 on the left. Chopped out 2.
9 collective splits for these bowlers.
Jimbo had 5 spares in that 134 first string to win by 14 over Nate Lees. Just 1 strike here in the second. The only strike for either side. Back-to-back 8s. Not like Jimbo. 81 through 8. Nate Lees, a chance to get back into single digits again. 59 of the ball, down 6 in the string. 20 the match, but a strike, he's right there.
You betcha, the pins got away a bit there on those dastardly splits.
Or a mark. He's got 2 open boxes up against 2 8s. So a chance to gain some pins.
It's almost as though the strike fill got whittled down to 3. So Nate Lees could, you just said it, Paul, pull within 1 mark.
3 spares in the first, 2 here in the second so far. From Portsmouth, New Hampshire. In the pocket, 9, and right by the 5.
He did outfill the strike.
The freight train going right by that kingpin. 68 through 6, up 3 in the string, down 11 in the match. For another one, perfect shot spare. Second in a row. 6 spares in the match. $78 in the ball through 7. Exciting finals match here at Bowl-o-Rama. On the head pin, a little too full that time, a little strong. At 4-7 left, to 6-10 on the right. Wood in decent shape on the left side. 6 more added to his total. 84 through 7, up 11 in the string. The lead is down to 3 for Jimbo Ayotte. He's up against $8. Nice bid. Got the 2 on the left. Wouldn't get to the right.
Yep, significant pins. That's how we get possibly down to 1.
So $10 makes it a 1-pin lead for Jimbo Ayotte. And he does, a 10.
Ooh, lost his balance a little bit at the line, but kept it on the lane.
94-81. Nate up by 13 in the string. Nate down 1 in the match.
Remember,
Final 2 boxes, second string. 1 more after this.
remember, folks, it's no good if it lands in the channel.
Donations encouraged. Candlepins number 4, Canson.com. Candlepins number 4, Canson.com. Any amount is appreciated. Half what's left, the 2 and the 8. Special shout out to Deb Regan, running the Golden Ticket Raffle. 200 tickets being sold, $100 a piece. Winner gets $10,000. $10,000 to the charity. Hey, nice ball, almost. 20% chance. He just shook his arms, thought he had it. Great try by an outstanding bowler. $10. 91 through 9. Nate Lee's cheering him on. Great sportsmanship.
Good 10. It's only 1 pin difference in the pinning, in fact. Actually, they've both gotten 45 bonus pins. Jimbo has knocked down 1 more actual pin.
Another spread eagle plus the 9 pin. Seen it several times today.
And that's the 6th split this string for Jimbo Ayotte, and that's what makes that 1 pin margin all the more impressive. Nate's an out.
Tough sledding here. He's got 6 to go. Yeah, try and grab 3 or 4 here. He gets 3 for a tough 7. Disappointing string, 98, just 1 strike. And Nate Lee's a golden opportunity. Speaking of golden raffles, a golden opportunity to take the lead in the match.
For the man in the golden shirt.
Down 1 in the match.
Ah, it's more fluorescent yellow. Fantastic color. Representing his world's team prices with flooring.
Won last year, 9. 4 pin left up. Going for his 4th mark of the string. Got it!
Ooh, on the wood.
104 on the ball through 9, and now he can take the lead with 2 or more in the match. Lost the first 134-120 with some missed opportunities. On the spare, crosses over, 9! Hit the 6, it wouldn't go. Takes the lead.
And there was a scorcher along the back row that would have had the velocity, but wasn't online.
113 through 9 leads the match by 8. For another one. Bang! 123 to ball in the 10th.
None of those marks consecutive, but he's been filling them all well.
3 spares in the first, 5 here in the second.
Averaging 7.5 on his previous 4.
After the second string on the head pin again. 7, 8, 9, 10
Oh!
strike on spare. Wow! What a finish!
Strike, sit down.
And he gets bonus money.
Yep.
133 for Nate Lees. Takes the lead in the match. 1 string to go. From Portsmouth, Bowl-o-Rama. Candlepins for Cancer.
Spare, strike, take a seat. Nate.
120, 133, 253.
All right, we'll be right back. It's 253 to 232. You see it there. See you in just a moment.
What a string at 133.98 and 35 pins. It gives him a 21 pin lead in the game going into the third. Nate Lees was 9 out of 11. He saw an 11th wreck, 9 out of 11 on the head pin with 5 splits. Jimbo Ayotte was 9 out of 10 on head pins, but he had 6 splits. That was a measure of patience. You guys are doing a great job calling this. It's sometimes a game of patience, and that was a great job of it by Nate Lees. Back to you.
We'll get started in just one moment.
Welcome back to Candlepins for Cancer Championship match, the final string. Nate Lees, who lost the first 134 to 120, turns the tables in the second string, 133.98, leads 253 to 232 over Jimbo Ayotte by 21 pins. The winner gets $2,000. The runner gets $1,000. Over almost $1,100 raised so far today for Candlepins for Cancer. So great job to those donating, raffling, some of those giving back the raffle winnings and prize money. Everything else to support bowlers and their families. Nate Lees of wobbling 5 and 7, and they both stand. A wind gust, but they hold up like a strong tree.
I'd blow from here if I could, but that would peak the mic. This piece of wood is obnoxiously vertical. We'll see if there's anything you can spin, but they look pretty perpendicular.
And it won't go. Good try.
Ooh. I wasn't sure if he stunned the 5-pin. I confess I couldn't tell.
10 to start the third. If you haven't bowled Candlepin bowling, folks across the country, check it out. Next time you're in New England, maritime provinces of Canada, check out Candlepin bowling. It is thrilling, fun to watch, frustrating, exciting, challenging, skillful game. Nothing like the great game of Candlepin bowling. Nate Lees on the head pin. 9 again. This time it's the 8-pin. 3 pieces of wood. Got to be careful that one on the left.
It's a treacherous situation. It's that gear spinning situation that Jimbo Ayotte tripped on in that mat earlier.
Can he pick it up? He does.
Good, right on the red line.
20 the ball through 2.
It was a different situation, but still, playing the intersection could have possibly caused both pieces of wood to curl around the object.
The former Atlanta Candlepin Singles Tour Championship winner has the lead in the match. Jimbo Ayotte was throwing a great ball on that second string, just a 98 one-strike performance, but he was punching a lot. On the head pin, off the head pin rather, gets 7 as the 136. You're watching Candlepins for Cancer Bowling Series on Candlepin Bowling Network and the WON Television Network. Ayotte for spare. Oh no! Can't believe it. That looked great. And one of the, like golf, very frustrating sport sometimes. 10 box, tied in the string, up against a spare, down 21 in the match. I'd like to thank some of our WON affiliates again, carrying our bowling series. Brooklyn Free Speech HD, WNN BronxNet, Superior Community Media, Marblehead Community Media, and Saugus Cable Television Station. For a list of Candlepins for Cancer Bowling Series, please visit WONNewYork.net, WONNewYork.net, and a special shout out to Jonathan Rios of WON in New York. Again, this great opportunity to expose Candlepin bowling. And please donate to the charity, Candlepins number 4 at Cancer.com.
Boy, this one's wacky. 6-7. There's wood available, and I'm not sure it's bridging the gap.
The 6-7 for a spare. What a try. Once again, falls short. Throws his hand in disgust.
And again, a piece of wood shooting forward.
Brilliant in Manchester, a 703 qualifier, a dominant number 1 seed. And the wood is out of play past the 10-foot line. Must be cleared on the playing surface. Paul Grant, Greg Guya, Bob Lee with you, along with Deb Regan. $100 golden ticket, chance to win $10,000 for yourself, $10,000 to charity. $10 for Ayotte. 20 through 2.
I like the charity's chances, and just as well.
It's better than a regular raffle to win sometimes. Message Deb Regan on Facebook, or go to Candlepin chat. And it's Venmo code there to donate. $100 donation. $10,000 for the winner. $10,000 to charity. Great cause. Nate leads on the bonus. Thin hit. 2 wobble. 2 go. 3 go. What a break. A gift. The 247 the spare. 27 through 2. Speaking of gifts this holiday season, please consider Candlepin gift cards to get bowlers involved in Candlepin bowling. Support your local bowling centers. Candlepin gift cards every day in this holiday season. Candlepin gift cards, the gift that keeps on giving. And speaking of gifts, can Nate Lees capitalize on this? He does. Second spare in a row. 37 the ball through 3 here in the third. Final string of the match.
Nate's had a lot of pairs of spares 4 times this match so far. Hasn't been able to put 3 together for bonus money just yet.
No spares for pairs?
You get nothing for a pair.
It's like Dr. Seuss.
Not in this game.
10 spares in the match. No strikes. As to Caleri. 42 through 3 in string number 3.
This would be something, but the inner pin obviously makes this leave much more difficult. The 8 pin.
Just missed the head pin inside. Has the 1 and 10. Through 2 boxes, he's up 7 in the string. 28 in the match. We get an update from Bob Lee after this box. Nate Lees gets 1 for 9. 51 through 4. Bob Lee.
Yeah, the lead is 28 pins through 22 completed boxes. So they're right now Nate Lees is through 4. Jimbo Ayotte is up against a spare and 10. He's got to start chipping away at that. Jimbo now on lane 16. He's throwing a 38-mile-an-hour ball. That one in on the 3 pin, 7. He's going to have to pick up that 1-2 and send a messenger to the 10.
Got the 8 behind the 2 also. Good try.
There's no 8 there.
I thought there was no 8. I thought it was Nick. I
Nope.
couldn't see it from my vantage point.
It was a mirage.
Way back here.
Jimbo releases the ball inside out.
Strong pinning, 30 through 3. Thank you, Bob Lee. Roving reporter, Bob Lee. Bob Lee, look at the radar gun here also. Check on the speeds. Saw Keith Beaupre throwing 44 miles an hour earlier. 4:57 opening round.
Hey!
And there's a strike for Jimbo Ayotte.
41 miles an hour.
That's the best season ever.
The record speed, according to Bob Lee.
Well, for Jimbo's been throwing 37, 38 miles an hour prior to that one. He released that one with a little extra up.
40 plus 2 through 4. Second strike of the match. Have 1 of the second. Nate Lees, 51 through 4 open. Has the 1-7-10 high-low jack with wood to help. The old Channel 5 shows it had $25 each week if you didn't make it. Watch a lot of those in Alley Chat. Some of the veteran bowlers. Alley Chat does a great job posting videos. Had the World Finals in Haverhill this year too. Nice try, just a head pin that time.
Who was it? Sharon Rawson, I think it was, who won like over. It was like, was it $2,000? It was a lot of money.
Nate Lees bounces the 10, leaves up to 7 for a 9, 60 half. Now Jimbo Ayotte and Nate Lees, very explosive bowlers like most pro bowlers. Nate Lees a 189 high single out of Kingston, New Hampshire. That's the 1 and the 3. 2 pinners without wood convert about, for Candlepin bowlers, convert 51% without wood. Stats provided by Candlepin Bowling Network. In this case, he has a wood in between.
Wash out leave, big power and angle. Let's see if the wood stymies it.
And he got it. Wood didn't bother him. 70 the ball through 6.
Sometimes it sort of sticks its tongue out a little bit, but no, Lee's found a way to the pocket. Accurate shot. Third spare of the string.
3 in the first, 3 in the third, 5 in the middle. Jimbo Ayotte working a big strike fill here. A double would be huge. 3/10 and a strike. In the pocket, 2 full. Another split. 4-7-10.
He put more power on that, 39 miles an hour.
Could be a factor here. Let's see. Wants to go a little more right. He's directing traffic, but it won't cooperate with him. A little better now, but still not easy.
Not more power than last time, but elevated for sure. Easy spins.
Second ball on the strike. Perfect shot. Got it off the wall. Off the wood in the gutter. What a shot for a spare on strike. $50 through 4, 60 out plus 1. Down 14, up against a spare here though. Another mark will be huge. Cut the single digits for now. Crosses over. 7, 8, 9. 7 pin left up. 77. Correction, 68. Make the correction to the scoreboard 69 half. 69 up by 9 in the string. The lead's down to 5 in the match. For another one. What? Are you serious? Wow. He's got jobbed twice in those. You gotta be kidding me.
That's the 2 fingers he's holding
And
up.
he was up against a spare and a crushing blow. And a tough 10. Deserved better. Too bad.
Perhaps he played it too far one side or the other. I mean, certainly helicoptered.
The frustrations of Candlepin bowling. 79 through 6. Nate up 1 in the string. 15 in the match. We'll add to that with a spare in lane 16. 4 boxes to go in the match. We'll bring in Bob Lee in just a moment again. Crosses over, head pin, 8. Great piece of wood, the 5 and the 9. 78 through 6.
It's 86. Yeah, 78.
He's up 13 in the match. For another one, yes! 88 in the ball through 7. Let's bring in Bob Lee.
Well, the lead is now 20 pins through completed boxes. After 6, we got 4 to go. Nate just put up another spare, though. Then he's going to be adding to that most likely here. Split, but 8 on that fill. Those pins
28.
are huge.
He has the 3 on the right, the 7 on the left. 96 through 7. Looking for bonus money here. $25 for 3 marks in a row. Look for his 5th spare for the 2nd time in a string. Had 5 in the 2nd, 3 in the 1st. A good try, just missed to the right though, so close.
Ooh, that ball shot back. It's still there.
Ball's rolling around. That would have counted if it hit it, but it rolls away.
Once the ball hits the pin on the plate, everything's fair game.
Denied the bonus money. That $25 he could. Oh, it goes back around. It's going back and forth. It's still in play. Making my mind. If it stays on, it'll get removed. This would be amazing. It goes around every which way but loose. 1980 Clint Eastwood movie with the orangutan Clyde.
Are we giving up?
Ball being removed out of play. Staff's been great here all day, as usual, at Portsmouth Bowl-o-Rama.
Attaboy, Dave.
Dave with the mock chair. We appreciate his efforts. Nate Lees, 10. 106 through 8. Jimbo Ayotte up 1 in the string, down 13 in the match, up against a spare 8 and a 10. Needs a couple of marks.
Someone knows the Ralph Stewart reference in the crowd.
Jimbo, a 5-time Pro Series winner. Head pin, 9, has the 3 pin. 2014-15 Bowler of the Year, 3-time New Hampshire State AE champion, 3-time Mixed Worlds champion, has a Friday Night Pro League title for a spare. Got it! Still in contention. 89 in the ball through 7. Has a Friday Night Pro League playoff title. From Leominster, New Hampshire. Still has a chance. We'll talk to both bowlers before we sign off. Almost $1,100 raised so far for Candlepins for Cancer. $2,700 raised in the last 2 shows plus. Every $1,000 helps a Candlepin bowling member of their family out of work for chemo treatments, help cover some expenses. Great cause. On the bonus, goes right, 6. The 4's been left. The 1, 2, 4, 7 will take it. Could have been worse. 95 through 7 down 1 in the string, 15 in the match. The mark will be huge here.
6 might be enough.
Can he pick it up? Yes! Clutch shot in the 8th! 105 in the ball. Down 50 on a spare to cut it to single digits. 2 boxes to go in the match. Here we go.
Both bowlers with 4 marks in the match right now. 4 marks in the string, I beg your pardon. Nate Lee's still ahead by 22 pins, but could use a mark here for an extra insurance policy.
In the pocket, 9. He missed a single pin with that spare early in the match. But it won't come back to hurt him.
The difference was 21 going into this game.
It's 21, not 14. A spare. My mistake was at 21 coming to the game.
Thank you. Yes.
I was looking at the wrong first string. Still looking at that perfect broadcast still. Nate Lee's a spare, clutch spare in the 9th, 116 the ball. On the bonus, crosses over, it's a check mark, 6 in the fill. 122 through 9. The 5 to the left, the 3, 6, 10 to the right. This could be a dagger. No, wanted that one.
Just a smidge full on the object.
5 spares in the strength of Nate Lee's. 13 in the match. No strikes.
Oh.
9. 131 it should be.
131.
So he needs 150.
120, 133, and 131.
He needs to get to
384.
184.
All right, Bob, what's the update here, Bob, and the magic
so,
number here?
You know, Nate came in with a 21 pin lead, so he's got to get to 152 to tie, 153 to win. That's your number. He's on a spare.
Markout makes it possible.
Yep.
Strike will be huge. No. 1, 3, 6, and 9. Looking good for Nate Lee's right now, but Jimbo's not out of it yet. 6 in the fill. It shows 5 in the scoreboard, Bob. It is 5, I'm sorry. 5 in the fill. Obstructed view. And no, and now we're in double strike territory.
Wait!
Oh, he stole it! Got a break!
Excuse me,
Still has a
and
chance.
thank you very much.
The gift that keeps on giving, like Candlepin gift cards. 2 spares in a row, 120 in a ball.
Now, here's the problem. I believe he's still in the miracle zone
He
right
needs
now.
a 20 bucks. He needs a 20 bucks to tie. He needs a 20 bucks to tie. Right? He needs 20, but he needs
No.
20, and he's in a mark. Yeah.
No, he needs a double.
152. He needs to get to 52. Yep.
He needs a double.
And that's it.
That's
Nate
it.
Lee's is going to win it.
That's it.
Nate Lee's has won $2,000. Congratulations, Lori Lewis. Jimbo had the number 1 seed.
That's some money,
Oh
buddy.
my goodness.
There you go.
He made it, and he's going to have one.
For a spare.
He's at 136.
136 in the ball.
So most he can get to is 146.
So, folks, 4 marks in a row. That's $50 in bonus money all told, 25 and 25. This would get more. Crossed over. Did he get it? No.
Yes! Had 25 more strike.
Another $25.
The ball went to the 9 pin, a strike. What a finish. 146. And he falls short. 6 pins, is it?
6-pin win.
It ends up 6 pins.
He needed the double strike.
What a finish.
Yeah, it went spare 6, big, spare 6, spare 5, spare 6, and spare 10 on the end for Jimbo Ayotte. Final score, we'll put it up on your screen real quick. Here you see it. 384 for Nate Lee's solid bowling, 120 minimum versus Jimbo Ayotte explosive, 378. What a match. And now let's turn it over to Paul Grant for the interview with our 2 final bowlers.
Jimbo Ayotte. Man, I'm going to turn the camera on 1 second here. Jimbo, I know you wanted to win. but what a finish down the stretch. You had some tough breaks today. Like Corey Packard last minute, you punched City, punched City, punched City. You hung in there. You almost pulled it out. Lost by 6.
Yeah, it was a few tough breaks there with the two singles with the double wood on it. I didn't like either one of them. I tried going a little more towards the pins, and I didn't get there, and it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. Went right around it.
So run up last on the pro, so you cashed out pretty good last day. You cashed out pretty good here, $1,000 today.
Yep.
I know you won the title, $2,000,
Yeah.
but nothing wrong with $1,000.
No, and 2 runner-ups, I'll take it. I'd rather the top spot, but
Hope to
2
see you-
runner-ups is good.
Hope to see you in the tournament of champions.
Yeah.
Great effort, great bowler, great guy in the lanes, on and off the lanes. Congratulations, a great fight.
Thank you very much.
Take care, Jimbo Ayotte. Let's bring in Nate Lees. Nate Lees won the first ever Atlantic Candlepins singles tour a few years ago. Now he's won the Candlepins for Cancer.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a tough match. I knew no lead was safe with Jimbo. Just kept saying to myself, no, last trying to get at least one every trip, make him chase me. Best I could do is there's no defense. And
You had that single pin with the wood you threw away earlier, and I thought that might come back to hurt you.
Yeah.
You almost came back, lost by 6.
I know, no, it was tough out there. I could not get comfortable at all. It kept sticking, and finally started to figure it out like the last string and a half. But yeah, it was fun.
Now you can afford some extra WOW shirts.
I know. I'm gonna buy a couple now.
So you went by 6 pins. Give us a 3-letter word to describe winning Season 2 Ladder 1 series of Candlepins for Cancer.
Wow.
All right, congratulations, Nate Lees.
Thank
All right, we'll consider back to Greg Gouillard. And thanks to Bob Lee for helping out today also. Back to Greg.
Thanks so much, and on behalf of Paul Grant and the entire Candlepins for Cancer crew, thank you so much for tuning in to coverage of our first open stepladder from Bowl-o-Rama. Remember, more roll-off information and donation information to this great cause at candlepins4cancer.com with the number 4. My name is Greg Gouillard. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next tournament. Bye-bye.
Thank you to WN Network in New York also. Thank you.
Love you all. See you soon.